Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's good? I am back after a while with a new YouTube video. I just wanted to show you guys that I just passed phase two with funding traders. Um, we literally just hit my take profit, about 30 minutes ago. I was in this trade for a few days, if not like almost 2 weeks, literally, um, which was a swing trade. And you guys can see here are my trade locker. This was the trade. And if we go to trading view, I'm going to show you guys a little more in depth. This was the supply zone that I was, watching for a while, since I believe January. I believe I was looking to get into this trade. I just, I stayed away from getting in right when it touched the zone, because you guys can see all of this consolidation that happened for about 2 weeks, I believe, before actually making the move. And, maybe you could say that I missed all this. Where is it at? Let me see. Give me 1 second. Oh, I don't have. Oh, yeah, right here. I missed all this right here, which is, in my opinion, it's not that bad. I'd rather just wait and have confirmation that we were going to drop, and which, I did get my confirmation. And, you guys could see I got in at a very good spot. My stops literally somewhere in this area, and we were able to hit about a 1 to 4.5 risk to reward on this trade. And I did pass phase one last month. It took me a whole month to pass phase one consistently, risking about $250 to $300 per trade. And phase two literally took me about, basically another month to pass phase two, which, the markets were not so good in February as they were in January. I did get a lot of losing trades, in which I'm going to show you guys. A lot of the trades that have small numbers, ignore. Those are just basically, cutting my losses short, or, basically break even trades. Even these, they were basically my break even trades, because my take profits are about $1,000 per trade. And, I made a good call getting out of, for example, this one, because I would have gotten stopped out completely. So, I guess you could call this a 1 or 2, but mainly my risk to reward is a 1 or 3. Like all these right here, this was a full loss. This one here, this was, basically a break even trade. All these small numbers, break even, or I just decided to get out and wait. But yeah, this was the trade history for phase two. We did have a win here of 1,000, but you guys could see that I took consecutive losses here. So basically, I broke even. I believe this happened during like week 2. And then, we continue getting a few more losses. Like I said, February wasn't that great, and it's all due because of Trump, because of the whole tariffs thing, that he was going to raise tariffs, on China and basically everyone importing goods. And this literally messed up the whole market. I was looking for sales on NZD USD and Euro USD, but since that happened, literally the markets completely turned around and totally screwed me. I didn't go long, because I just, I didn't have any demand zones that were valid for me to take. So I stayed off those markets. And that's when I did get in NAS 100. Where was it at? Right here. But I literally got out because markets were also consolidating on NAS 100 too. And if you guys could see, if I would have, I to be honest, I was just not patient. I really thought I was going to get stopped out. But look what happened, guys. The NAS just went crazy. He actually did way better than US 30. And I did get in on SPX 500 as well. You guys can see here, I got stopped out literally by a hair. By a hair. Right here. You guys can see it was a small loss, less than 0.5%. But literally after getting stopped out, it consolidated for a little bit. This wick was the one that stopped me out. And you guys could see SPX 500 was another monster, another banger trade. But I just didn't want to chase price. I, disregarded this since it basically invalidated my zone. Even though it just wicked. But yeah, NAS 100. I'm telling you guys, I got out like I think at this candle somewhere right here, and literally a day or two later, you had this huge, massive drop. Like this, literally, look at how much it played out for. This is over a one. What is that? A 1/6. It's crazy, but it is what it is. I did get in gold. This is what brought me back to break even again, because like I said, I did take more losses after I broke even the first time. I did catch basically, which one was it? Right here. Yeah. So we had a demand zone somewhere here. It came, it tapped. I didn't get in because I didn't catch it until afterwards. I think my entry was something like this, and I put my stops right at the wick because if price was going to come here, most likely the zone was going to break. So we did get a nice, 1 or 2 here. But I believe I did risk a whole percent on this because I was very confident. So this literally brought me back to break even. And then literally, what was it, like? I think a week and a half when I took this trade. It did take all this time to play out, and we finally hit TP. I am currently on also Alpha Capital. Let me show you guys real quick. This is the funding traders. You guys can see it is currently in review, and I am also working on Alpha Capital. I was waiting for the new platform to come out, but they're just taking a long time. They're not. I don't even know if it's going to come out at all. They've been saying it was going to come out in January, and it's already been almost 3 months. You guys could see I am still in this trade here. I do plan on holding it for another few more days. My take profit, you guys could see it's somewhere in this area, and I am basically up 6% on this. If we do manage to keep dropping, which I am confident that we are, I'll be passing phase 1 with just these 3 entries that I took, which is nice. But yeah, guys, just thought I'd share this with you guys. I know I hadn't posted anything anymore. I was just, pretty focused on passing this. I did blow the Top Step accounts already, and I decided to stay away from Top Step completely because I believe, they're just meant for you to lose because it's just ridiculous how you only literally got 4% drawdown. I can't risk more than 0.5%. And not only that, but Top Step is now really, really capping their traders. You can only basically make $2,500 or $3,000 a month. That's it. Because once you get funded, you have to work on it. There's basically 2 phases. That's what my wife was just realizing. They say it's only 6% and then you get funded, but in reality, you got to build another buffer to keep the account. And it's a very impossible, at least for me, because, I wasn't, I just wasn't comfortable or confident knowing that I only have 4%, to play with, literally. If you hit 4%, I did hit I believe it was 2% drawdown on this account, but I wasn't, I was okay with it because, risking 0.5%, you have 20 tries, compared to 4%, you only got 8 tries, which is, it's a big difference. And like I said, once you get funded, my plan was to do a $2,000 buffer, and then anything after that, it's profit. So that, you're literally capped at 3,000 or 2,500 if you do a $2,500 cap. So I just decided to stay away from Top Step in general, from future firms, because it's just not the way to go. You know, with these kind of firms, obviously you got to choose reputable firms, that are not scammy. I am skeptical with funding traders because I have seen a lot of issues. A lot of people getting their payouts denied. They pass phase 2 and they'll get denied as well. I did, you know, I did not break any rules on this, challenge. So we're just gonna see, their excuse right now is, gambling characteristics or just risk management, like, just BS excuses not to fund you or not to pay you out. But we're gonna see. They say it's gonna take about 48 hours for them to get back to me. They're reviewing the account. The risk management team, they're reviewing the account. So I will let you guys know, what happens. If they deny me, I'm just never ever working with funding traders again. I'm gonna stick to Alpha Capital. And also, Burns Skorupinski is also releasing a new prop firm which has instant funding, and which I'm very excited for because he's a reputable trader. He's a verified trader. He literally he literally has a prop firm in Dubai, and his reputation is everything. So I can honestly trust that I'm gonna get paid out. If I do manage to get an account with him, and not only that, but they are looking to, have traders coming into their prop firm and actually trade in house, which is nice. Also with Alpha Capital, they're also looking, for traders so that they can, move to London, which would also be crazy. But yeah, guys, this is where we're at now. Now I'm just, also working on Alpha Capital. That'll probably take another 2 months, maybe sooner. I don't know. I could pass, the challenge a lot faster with them because they're not going to make excuses how funding traders are. That's why I decided to trade as consistently as possible. And, we're just going to see, guys. So, yeah, guys, that was all. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will let you guys know what happens. Peace.